Choo Choo. This is Tiffany. How can I help you?
Riverside is a small town, so we have to appeal to a broader audience. And it's not unusual to have a family celebrating a special occasion right next to another table that might be just popping in for a quick burger or a light salad. It's whatever we feel like putting on the menu, quite honestly. We let the season tell us often what to put on the menu, and we print our menus daily, so it really does vary. I think we're a very hospitable restaurant. We have a fabulous staff. They've been with us a long time.
Melted chocolate cake, some house made toasted marshmallow, and then a sea salt caramel sauce.
The guests that come here often share how comfortable they feel. When someone tells you that the Choo Choo's their favorite restaurant, it reinforces what you do on a daily basis. It makes you feel good about what you're doing.
So Pete, you say that Choo Choo is always on the right track. Tell us why you chose it.
Well, when I first moved to the town of Riverside, I was told that you have to go eat at the Choo Choo, and I'm like, absolutely not. That's not the name of a restaurant I care to eat at.
Let's talk about the name Choo Choo.
You know, it has everything to do with the fact Choo Choo, of course, play on the food, and it's right on the train tracks. That's how they got the name, but I consider it a bit of a misnomer because the quality of the food and everything else about the place just is far superior than anything you would think would be by the train tracks.
All right, so you're new to Riverside. Is this become sort of your neighborhood restaurant?
It really has. If it's a Friday night and we just need to get away for a little bit, that's immediately where we go. I mean, they have something for everyone there, and the amazing thing is they actually do it all well. Sometimes you get restaurants that have a menu with everything from fish tacos to pork chops, and none of it's that great. Here it is. I mean, they really have, you know, the market cornered on like modern American food within that neighborhood.
Those fish tacos were great.
Oh, you had them?
Yeah,
Nice.
we had one with a group of 8.
Oh, wow.
And 2 people had its fish tacos. Appetizers, we had oysters, we had butternut squash goat cheese dip.
Yes.
It was very good. Calamari, and then the best was this ahi tuna poke, I think it's called.
Yeah.
And then we had ahi tuna for dinner, which the girls didn't want to do it, but they're like, it's what we want, you know. So I think they really do seafood. I think that's their.
They do.
That's their best thing.
Reese, what'd you think?
I think that they try, and in some areas they succeed, and some they don't succeed so well. So the lasagna, amazing. I mean, the presentation is beautiful, and the food, I mean, they have asparagus cut up in it. I mean, it's absolutely amazing.
I haven't even tried that yet, so you just got me excited about it.
But the penny pasta, not so good. And the butternut squash dip, it didn't have the sweetness that a butternut squash dip would normally have.
See, we love that.
You know, it was kind of just, you know, missing some seasonings in my opinion.
But I'm glad you guys tried a lot of things because they do have so many things to offer. So I mean that's definitely the way. If you
And the chicken, I tried the chicken and I wasn't happy with the chicken either. But here's what I can say: when I told the chef, the waiter, I said I'm not so crazy about it. They said, listen, we're gonna try. It was 9:30 at night. They said we're gonna try this until we get it right. Until you find something that you like, we're gonna keep trying. And
That's cool.
I love that.
Which chicken did you have? Do you know it was the Amish chicken special?
Yeah, the Amish breaded chicken.
Okay, see, I didn't try that one. They do a macadamia nut crusted chicken.
That was good.
My wife actually ordered that when we went out, and that was just fantastic.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
and that's what's good about it. I mean, if there's something not to your taste, there probably is something else there that is.
So Pete, what do you like to get there?
I've tried something different every time I've gone there. I think one of the best things I've had there is they have a Saturday rib special. And you know, rib specials can be dime a dozen, but these were some of the best ribs I've ever had in my life. And their sides are so inventive too. They don't just do a potato, they do a rum glazed mashed sweet potato, and you know, they don't just do corn, it's chorizo corn relish. And so I like to try something different every time just because I know that you know, it's always going to be so inventive and they're going to put their own unique spin on it.
Yeah. So Reese, you described the restaurant as romantic.
Absolutely. The Choo Choo kind of has this feeling where, you know, you're in a boxcar back in 1920s, maybe a scene from The Great Gatsby, and you're just riding along with a special person. There was just such coziness and a feel of getting to know the person that you're sitting across from, not a lot of distraction. Riverside is just that kind of place. It's quaint, it's cozy, and you just really just get to know the person that you're sitting there talking to instead of all the hustle and bustle of downtown Chicago.
Where did you sit?
I sat all the way to the left by the stairs in the far corner, so maybe that's why it was so cozy.
We sat in the bar, and thinking back, we did a little tour of the restaurant afterwards, and there's a great upstairs. We kind of wish we would have been upstairs.
You could oversee the entire restaurant.
Yeah, and it's like also we were with the group of 8. I think the coziness would have been more like that for us.
I completely agree with that.
Yeah.
I mean, that bar room it's a great social place, but I think you really get the feel of the place if you sat where we sat, or like you said, if you're on the upstairs as
Yeah.
well. So.
Jeff, how was the service?
The service was great. We had this wonderful waitress, and she was very informative of the menu, and she was also very lively, and just had a great spunk personality about her. It was a great service.
Absolutely. I dealt with a young lady named Catherine, and when I tell you that she was willing to go above and beyond, they didn't stop until I was satisfied, and they were just so friendly. I mean, everything about the place says, welcome home.
So, Pete, you recently moved to Riverside. You know, how do you convince your friends in the city to come to Choo Choo?
You know, the biggest thing I tell them is, you know, sure, there are tons of places in the city to get good food, but, you know, sometimes you just need a break from North Avenue, Bucktown, and you just need to get to someplace a little more quaint, and Burlington Street and Riverside is the perfect place for that kind of little quaint getaway.
Reese seems to agree with you. So if you return to Choo Choo, who would you bring this time?
I think it's the perfect place to take a date that you really want to get to know and have an intimate conversation with. And afterwards, you can have a quiet walk and just hold hands and talk. I mean, it's the perfect place for just something really, you know, quiet.
Maybe not you and I, but
Well, maybe after a few drinks, I don't know.
Well, Pete, you picked a Choo Choo. Sum it up for us.
It's a hidden gem in a beautiful neighborhood with a great menu of modern Americana fare to satisfy just about anyone.
All right, Reese.
It's flavorful, rich, and just something to make a night more memorable.
All right, and Jeff.
I would say great for a group, especially if you're going to the Brookfield Zoo, for example. You know, it's close, and definitely try the ahi tuna.
All right, well, you can try the ahi tuna and so much more at the Choo Choo, 33 East Burlington in Riverside, Illinois. 708-447-8781. They're open Tuesday through Sunday for lunch and dinner. Reservations are accepted, and the average tab per person without drinks is $30.